Let's begin.
Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome back to the studio. I am so happy to see you all again for another episode of Podcast by MrB.
Hi, Mr. B, and hello to our amazing listeners. I am feeling very sharp and inspired today. I actually spent my whole morning sitting on my balcony with a big cup of coffee and my journal.
That sounds like a perfect morning, Anna. Were you writing some poetry or maybe planning your next vacation?
I wish. No, I was actually looking at the date. We are already moving into 2026, and it hit me. I have so many big dreams, but I've never really known how to explain them to people.
That's a very common feeling. We all have these visions in our heads, but when someone asks us about them in English, we often get brain freeze.
Exactly. Yesterday, my cousin asked me, Anna, what is your big plan for 2026? And honestly, Mr. B, I just stared at him. Then I said, I want to be better at English and maybe go to the gym.
Well, that is a start, but it doesn't sound very exciting, does it?
No, it sounds like a boring list of chores. I want to talk about my future in a way that makes people say, wow, she really knows where she's going.
That's a great goal, and that is exactly what we are going to master today. We are going to learn the vision method. This is a special way to talk about your goals that sounds natural, professional, and very confident.
I am so ready for this. But wait, before we dive into the method, I have a quick reminder for our 60,000 friends out there.
Go ahead, Anna.
If you are enjoying our conversations and you want to keep improving your English with us every week, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps Mr. B and me keep the studio running, and we love reading your names in the subscriber list.
It truly does. Thank you all for the incredible support. Okay, Anna, let's get back to your boring list. I want to study English. I want to go to the gym. Why does that sound so flat?
I think it's because I'm using textbook English. It feels like I'm reading from a page in a school book.
Exactly. Using I want to or I will over and over is what we call the shopping list mistake. It's fine for grammar class, but in a real conversation, it sounds a bit robotic.
So how do we change it? What is this vision method?
It's a 3-step framework that turns a boring goal into a powerful vision.
3 steps. I can do that. Short and clear. What is step 1?
Step 1 is the focus area.
The focus area, like the topic of my goal?
Precisely. Instead of saying, I want to, you start by naming the theme of your year. It makes you sound like a leader. We use phrases like, for 2026, I'm really focusing on, or my main priority this year is...
My main priority this year is my career growth.
Perfect. Or maybe, for 2026, I'm really focusing on my health and well-being.
Oh, I like that. It sounds much more high level than just saying, I want to go to the gym.
Exactly. It gives the listener the big picture first. Okay, now step 2 is where we add the action. Step 2 is the action phrase.
This is where I say, I will study?
Not quite. We want to use phrases that show progress. If you say, I will, it sounds like something that might happen in the future. If you use an ing phrase, it sounds like you are already doing it.
Like, I am studying?
Yes, or even better, I'm working toward, or I'm aiming to, or I'm planning to.
I'm working toward a B2 level in English.
Exactly. Working toward is a very powerful phrase. It tells the listener that you are already on the path. You are in motion.
I'm aiming to complete a marathon by December. Okay, maybe not a marathon yet, but I like the phrase.
Okay, one step at a time. Now, step 3 is the most important part. This is the secret sauce of the vision method. Step 3 is the why, the reason.
The why? This is where I explain the reason?
Yes, because a goal without a why is just a task, but a goal with a why is a vision. We use the word so or the phrase so that I can.
Let me try to put it all together. My main priority is my English, and I'm working toward being fluent so that I can lead the international meetings at my office.
Anna, that was 100% professional.
Really? It felt so much more natural than my shopping list.
It was. And did you notice? You didn't just tell me what you are doing, you told me who you want to become. That is what people connect with.
That makes so much sense. I want to be the person who leads meetings. I love that.
Exactly. Now, before we go further, let's do a deep dive repeat after us session. We have a lot of listeners who want to practice their pronunciation.
Yes, listeners, I want you to say these out loud. Even if you are on the bus or at home, just whisper them if you have to.
Let's practice step 1 phrases first. Repeat after me. For 2026, I'm really focusing on my professional development.
For 2026, I'm really focusing on my professional development.
Good. Next, my main priority this year is my financial health.
My main priority this year is my financial health.
Excellent. Now let's practice step 2, the action phrases. Repeat after me. I'm working toward a new promotion.
I'm working toward a new promotion.
I'm aiming to be more consistent with my habits.
I'm aiming to be more consistent with my habits.
And now let's practice the why connection. This is the big one. Repeat after me. I'm focusing on my health so that I have more energy for my kids.
I'm focusing on my health so that I have more energy for my kids.
I'm working on my English so that I can travel the world with confidence.
I'm working on my English so that I can travel the world with confidence.
You're doing great, everyone. Okay, now, Anna, I want to talk about something a bit more technical, but I'll keep it simple.
Oh no, here comes the grammar. Loves it.
Just a little bit, but it's spoken grammar. It's the stuff that makes you sound like a native speaker.
Okay, I'm listening.
When we talk about the future, native speakers love to use the present continuous for plans.
Like, I am going.
Exactly. If you say, I will go to London next month, it sounds like you just decided right now. But if you say, I'm going to London next month, it sounds like you have the tickets and the plan is ready.
Ah, so I am verbing sounds more certain.
Yes. So when you talk about your 2026 goals, if you have already started, use I am verbing. I'm starting a new course in February. Or, I'm moving to a new apartment in the summer.
I'm moving to a new apartment. That sounds much more confident than I will move.
It does. It shows that the vision is already becoming a reality. Now let's look at another situation. What if your goal is about stopping a bad habit?
Oh, like, I want to stop scrolling on my phone for 3 hours every night?
We all have that goal. For stopping habits, we use the phrase, I'm cutting back on, or I'm trying to phase out.
I'm cutting back on social media.
Exactly. And then you add your step 3. I'm cutting back on social media so that I can spend more time reading.
Wow, even a negative goal sounds like a positive vision when you use that structure.
It really does. Now, let's move into our confidence tips section. This is for when you feel shy about sharing your dreams.
Yes, because sometimes I feel like people will judge me. They might think, oh, Anna thinks she's going to be a CEO? Who does she think she is?
I understand that. We call that imposter syndrome. To help with this, tip number 1 is the humble start.
What is a humble start?
It's a phrase you use at the beginning of your sentence to show that you are realistic. Use, I've been thinking a lot about, or one thing I'm really hoping to do is.
One thing I'm really hoping to do is start my own blog.
Exactly. Using hoping to makes you sound very likable and modest, but you are still sharing your vision.
That feels much safer. What is tip number 2?
Tip number 2 is the power of the pause.
The pause, like we talked about in the meetings episode?
Yes, but in goal setting, it is even more important. When you say your goal, take a breath before you say the why. Pause. Watch this. I'm focusing on my health, pause so that I can live a longer, happier life.
Ooh, that felt very dramatic.
It's not just drama, it gives the listener time to process your vision. It makes your words feel heavy and important.
I'm focusing on my English so that I can finally feel at home in this city.
Oh, I felt that in my heart, Anna. Me too, Anna. That was beautiful. And tip number 3, what to do if you are feeling discouraged.
This happens to me a lot. In January, I am so excited. By March, I am tired and I want to give up.
We call that the March slump. When that happens and someone asks about your goals, you don't have to lie. You can use the phrase, "I'm currently recalibrating."
Recalibrating? Like a GPS?
Yes, it's a very smart professional word. It means I am adjusting my plan. I'm currently recalibrating my fitness goals to fit my new work schedule.
I'm currently recalibrating. That sounds so much better than I failed and I stopped going to the gym.
Exactly. It shows that you are still in control. You haven't quit. You're just adjusting the path.
I love that. It's so encouraging. Okay, Mr. B, let's do a little role play. Let's pretend we are at a nice coffee shop and we are talking about our visions for the year.
I love it. I'll start. So, Anna, we're a few months into 2026. How are things going with your personal projects?
Thanks for asking, Mr. B. Well, for 2026, I'm really focusing on my creative output. I'm currently working toward finishing my first digital art course. I'm doing this so that I can eventually design all the thumbnails for our channel.
That is amazing, Anna. I'm so impressed by your dedication.
And what about you, Mr. B? What's your vision?
Well, my main priority this year is community connection. I'm aiming to host more live Q&A sessions for our students so that I can answer their questions in real time and help them feel more supported.
I love that. Our listeners would be so happy. See, that felt like a real conversation.
It did, and we used all the steps. We had a focus, an action, and a why.
And we didn't say, I will, even once.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about the big numbers for a second. Sometimes our goals involve numbers, like I want to save $5,000 or I want to get 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, we learned about numbers in the last episode.
We did. When you talk about a vision with numbers, use the word mark.
The mark, like a target?
Yes, I'm aiming to hit the $5,000 mark by December. Or I'm working toward the 70,000 subscriber mark on YouTube.
I'm working toward the 70,000 subscriber mark. It sounds very official.
It does. It sounds like a milestone. Okay, Anna, I think our listeners are ready for a final recap.
Let's do it. Listeners, here is your cheat sheet for talking about your 2026 goals.
Step 1. The focus area. Use my main priority is, or for 2026, I'm focusing on.
Step 2, the action phrase. Use I'm working toward, I'm aiming to, or I'm planning to.
Step 3, the why. Use so or so that I can to show the result.
And the confidence tips. Use I'm hoping to stay humble. Use I'm currently recalibrating if you need to change your plan. And always, always add a smile to your voice.
Perfect. You've mastered it, Anna.
I feel so much better now. My 2026 vision doesn't feel like a boring list anymore. It feels like an adventure.
That makes sense. When you change your language, you change how you feel about your goals.
Now it's time for our favorite part of the episode.
The practice challenge.
Yes, listeners, we want to hear from you. We have 60,000 people in this community, and every single one of you has a vision for 2026.
We want you to go to the comments right now and write your vision using the 3-step framework. Tell us, what is your focus area, what are you working toward, and why?
For example, for 2026, I'm focusing on my confidence. I'm working towards speaking English every day so that I can make new friends online.
We will read every single one. We might even give you some extra tips on your grammar.
Only if you want them, Mr. B. But really, we want to support you. Writing it down is the first step to making it real.
Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. You did a fantastic job with a very important topic.
Yes, thank you. Remember, 2026 is your year. Take it one step at a time and keep practicing.
We will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.